wonderful thing about healing with art, or what some people call art therapy, is the inner child gets to express themselves. I've been working on this piece recently. My granddaughter was recently visiting me, and she was here when I first started it. And she's like, "What is all of that about?" And it was actually not just healing for me working on this, and I'm still working on it, but to share my story with her. Uh, this is 11, my 11-year-old self. And I discovered recently that my 11-year-old self was the one that would climb up the tree that was right next to our old farmhouse, and I would hide under the tree. And I loved being under the tree. The tree was like this umbrella of enlightenment and safety. And it just felt great, as good as it feels today when I go and walk and touch a tree. It brings me that sense of unity with the divine and nature and perfect balance. That was the easy part of doing this, okay, putting it onto the canvas for my 11-year-old self, because it was discovered that my 11-year-old self is the one, and it was the last time I had told my parents to please protect me, and instead of listening to me, they sent me with our neighbor who was being inappropriate with me for the last almost 3 years. And so I had already learned it. But by 11, I was prepubescent. I was still a little girl, but I knew that nature and the divine and the tree was more trustworthy and safer than trying to tell the people that were my parents and that said they loved me. So I've been able to express that in this. These are flames, and I call this piece Burning Down the House. Then what came out was like the Seven of Swords energy. These are daggers, very representative of the yelling and shouting and anger and rage. It felt to me an empath and a sensitive, like everyone in my family was throwing daggers at each other, and I was just told to be quiet. I was not supposed to ask questions or anything. And then I've been able to label each flame. And by the way, we were 4 fire signs. If you know anything about fire signs, we were 3 Leos and a Sagittarius all living in the house. And so I was able to put pain and rage and violence and entrapment and write it on the flames as the house is burning down. And by doing this process, I'm taking my power back. And you can take your power back. If you're interested in that, I can walk you through the process, and it would be my honor to do so. Link is in my bio.